Hey guys, my name is Sandy. I'm a licensed realtor here in the Central Florida area. We cover all of Florida. We network through all the states, so I'm like your round the world realtor. But our primary focus is Central Florida. Today I'd like to do a video for you on how can I get a cash offer on my home. Let's pretend we're selling a home, or you're selling your home, and we know interest rates are high. We're in 2023, it's August 2023 right now. I like to date my videos because I don't want someone to be watching it 2 years from now and the information they're watching is not prevalent to the time they're in. So we're in August of 2023, and I'm doing a video today because interest rates are high, interest rates are climbing. We have no idea what's going to happen. We have an election year coming up next year. That might do something with interest rate, who knows? But right now, let's pretend that you have to sell your home and you don't want to deal with the traditional way of selling, or you don't want to have to go through the buyer and then you have to, you got to put the house on the market and you have all these people looking at your home. You just want a cash offer, right? If that's what you're looking for, there's two ways of doing this, right? And that's what the video is going to be about. The first way is, are you looking to get a cash offer from an investor, or are you looking to get a cash offer from a cash buyer? Because there's two different things, right? An investor is going to obviously give you a discounted price. They're not going to give you full market value. That's a fact, because they're investors. They're looking for a profit. So that might work for you if you have a home that needs work, or it's not fully updated, or there's older appliances, or maybe just went through probate and you just inherited from someone that passed away, unfortunately, and you inherited the property, or something to that effect, and you just want to get rid of it. So you could do a cash offer from an investor on that side. But if you want, maybe you have scenario two where you want to sell your home, it's in nice condition, but you just want to get a cash buyer on the property. So let's examine the first one first. With cash investors, we work with a whole network of cash investors, and our cash investors, we have over 100 investors in our network. And what we typically do is, if someone's looking to sell their home and we're aware of it, they send us their address, we plug the address into our system on our investor network, and we'll have maybe 4 or 5 or more investors send us back a price just like that without seeing it first. They just give us a preliminary price. Once they give us the preliminary price, we then make an appointment with you. We come out, we say, listen, we send your home to all these investors that we're working with, and these are the prices that they gave us. Does any of these prices work for you? Yes, no, maybe so. If it's a yes, fantastic, we connect. Another thing that we do though is the investor might say, I'm offering X, but I want to see a few pictures of the property. I want you to go out there and tell me what condition the property is in. So with the initial, as soon as you give us the address, we initially send it off, we get the initial offers. Now we're at your home. We're going to take a few pictures. We're going to look around. We're going to see what the work is. And we're going to report back to all the investors. Hey, we finally went to the property. This is the condition it's in. Here are a few pictures. Do you want to adjust your offer? Some of the investors may adjust their offer, some may not. Based upon the adjusted offer, we're going to go back to you and say, hey, we sent them the pictures. We saw the home. Here are the prices. Does any of this matches what you're looking for? You might say yes, no, maybe so. If yes, then we connect you and the offer, we sell the home. Now let's pretend it's no, okay? So then what we'll do at that point is we're gonna have to go to our investors that are not in that network. And we have other investors, cash buyers that are looking just to buy cash, right? So at that point, we're gonna need to do a more in-depth inspection of your home, because now we're going to have to report back to these buyers who are literally looking to buy cash to live in the home. So they're going to have more concerns. They're not investors, they're just regular cash buyers. So that's what we do with that scenario. Let's pretend you have a regular home, it wasn't in disrepair, you just bought the home 3 years ago, or you kept it in really great condition, and now you're looking to find a cash buyer. How are we going to go about doing that? Well, in that situation, what we do is we're going to have to come out for a consultation of your home. We're going to walk through the home. We're going to encourage you to do a pre-inspection of the home. Why would you want to do that? Because if you want to attract a cash buyer, the cash buyer don't really want to have to go through the nuisance of the inspection and all that stuff. So if you have a report ready for them, say, hey, I just did an inspection of the home, and they're looking to buy my home cash. Here's a copy of the report. They could look through it and see if there's any areas of concern. Now, once you do your home inspection, obviously the inspector is going to tell you what areas are there to be concerned about, and at that point you could address it. So you could say to your cash buyer, okay, we had an inspection done, we sent you the preliminary report. The inspector did say we need to pay attention to items 4, 5, and 6. We're going to do that for you. Not a problem. We'll do that for you if you give us a full price offer. As an example, right? So you want to do a preliminary inspection. Another thing you want to do is you want to stage the home for sale. Because when you're looking to sell your home to an end buyer, and when I say an end buyer, I mean a buyer that's going to literally live in the home, they want to picture themselves in the home before they buy it. They're paying for cash, but they still want to picture themselves in the home. So you want to stage the home as if it was a new construction home. You want to depersonalize the home. So take down all the pictures that you love, all the vacation pictures, all the family pictures, all that gotta go. Gotta take that out. Anything at all that shows your taste or whatever it is, you gotta take that out. You gotta make it neutral. And if you don't know what it is like to stage a home and you want to do it yourself, you could go to a new construction home, a model home in a new construction site, and you could see how they stage it. If you're using a realtor, which I strongly suggest, I always suggest use a professional realtor. And I understand that some people, I don't want to use a realtor because of all these different reasons. Again, I'm going to say there's going to be good and bad in every profession. Doctors, lawyers, teachers, real estate agents, all professions are going to have the good and the bad. So find a really good professional realtor. I'm going to suggest me and my group. Anyway, you find one, and the realtor will help you to stage the home, or they will be working with different staging company that help them with staging the home. So you want to make sure you stage the home out, and you want to make sure you do professional pictures, because you're presenting it for a cash buyer, an end buyer, not an investor, an end buyer. An investor really doesn't care if it's staged or not, because they're buying it for a profit. All the investor is going to care about is the bottom line. What is the number? How much am I buying it for? How much can I sell it for after I fix it up? How much am I going to make? That's what a cash investor is interested in. A cash end buyer is interested in the decor of the home. How does it lay? What is the floor plan? Because I'm going to live here now, so I need to know how does it flow. Am I going to like it? Is it, is the bedroom where I want it to be? Is the bedroom size? All this great stuff. So you're going to do professional pictures, a professional virtual tour, and you're going to present it to the market that way. Now, in our group in particular, if we have a seller that's particularly looking for a cash buyer, we normally send to our cash buyer network first. So we have buyers or end buyers who are telling us, hey, we're looking for a home, we're going to pay cash, we want it to be in this area, this square footage, this many bedrooms, this many bathrooms, this is what's important to us. Once we have that in our database, and we always do, we're going to send the property to that first, and then we will market it to the market as well, right? Because we don't want you to just get a cash offer from one of our buyers in our database. We want to make sure that you have all the market thing that you could get. So we want to make sure every single buyer that's looking for a home that meet the criteria for your home, we want to make sure that that person can eyeball your home. So we're going to market it all the way through, and then that's where you get a cash buyer. But you have to figure out in yourself or to yourself, are we looking for a cash investor to buy this property, or are we looking for a cash end buyers? Because it's two different things. And that's why sometimes people get insulted, because they're like, yeah, we're looking for a cash buyer, and you have a cash investor come and offer them something, and they get insulted because they're like, we're not selling a house for that. And the investor is like, well, that's what I'm offering. And what the seller really meant was, I'm looking for a cash end buyer, not a cash investor. And it's very important that you realize the difference between the two and set your home up to attract the one you want to attract, right? Attract the buyer you're trying to attract, not just cash investors. If it's a home that needs repair, you may want a cash investor. If it's a home that doesn't need repair but you just want a quick sale, you may want to do a cash buyer. And in saying this, guys, remember, and I always tell my clients this, remember that even if a buyer is financing, the bank is giving them the cash at the table. So you're still getting cash at the table, even if it's a finance buyer. So if you have a buyer that's putting 20% or more down, they're still as good as a cash buyer. And even buyers who are putting down less, it may take a longer time to close based upon where you are. In our area, it might take about 45 to 60 days to close a regular finance deal. If they're doing 20% or more, it might take a little bit less time to close. But remember, at the closing table, you're still getting a check in cash for your property. So let's pretend that you had a cash in buyer that offered you, let's say your house was selling for 450. They say, okay, we'll offer you the 450, and you have a finance buyer that say, I will offer you 460, as long as it appraises, right? Then you could take that price as long as it appraises, and then what you would do is you will take it and you'd make it not contingent upon an appraisal. In other words, you're saying to the buyer, you offer me 460, the property's at 450, you're offering 460, I'll take your offer, but if it doesn't appraise at the 460, you will have to pay the difference. In other words, if you're telling me you're buying my property for 460, if it appraises at 455, you're gonna have to pay the $5,000 difference. As long as you agree to it, I'll take your offer. That's why you'd set that up. Thank you so much for listening. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, guys. I'm always putting out new videos on different things. Sometimes I'm here talking, sometimes I'm showing you a home, sometimes we're doing a new construction development. Whatever we're doing, we're always bringing real estate to you. So if you're interested in anything real estate, whether it be buying, selling, investing, be sure that you subscribe to our channel and also click on the little bell so you'll get notified whenever we put out a new video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions of any kind, call or text the number above here or somewhere below here. It's 407-791-4713. We're here. We could do consultations, whether in person or through a Zoom call or a video chat. We're in Central Florida, so we deal with people from all over the world, and I really do mean all over the world because this is Central Florida, okay? Thank you guys so much. Again, my name is Sandy, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye now.